I just kind of cast it as, oh, he's losing his marbles. Had I known, I think I would have handled it better. I think I would have been a much more patient person. I think my father would have felt way less alone.
Is Ryan Reynolds' Marvel career over before it even truly began? Effectively hitting the pause button, if not the outright stop button, on what could have been a groundbreaking new chapter in the actor's already stellar career? Just as Deadpool was poised to inject his unique brand of meta-humor, fourth wall-breaking antics, and R-rated irreverence into the often squeaky clean and carefully sanitized Marvel Cinematic Universe, shocking new allegations, fueled by newly surfaced evidence, have emerged from the depths of Hollywood's ever-churning rumor mill, threatening to completely derail his superhero future and leave his once unassailable career in tatters. This isn't just another fleeting celebrity scandal destined to fade from the headlines in a matter of days. It's a potential game-changer of epic proportions that could have massive and far-reaching repercussions for one of Hollywood's biggest and most bankable stars and the Mouse House itself, forcing them to grapple with the age-old question of how to balance artistic freedom with ethical responsibility.
I'm honored, and I'm also more honored that because, what we're talking about is so important and so meaningful, that we're able to have this much anticipation, and so many people want to go see it and are talking about it. That's what I'm grateful for.
And you had a key part in bringing it to the big screen. How did this all come to be?
Well, in 2019, I read the book. I was sent the book by my book agent and friend at the time, and I was looking for films that could inspire, that were commercially viable, but also could really reach in and touch somebody's heart.
To fully understand the current inferno that's been raging around Ryan Reynolds, threatening to consume his career and undo years of carefully constructed goodwill, we need to quickly recap the key events that have led us to this point, tracing the flames back to their initial spark. It all began with TJ Miller's highly publicized and deeply unsettling accusations of being treated horrifically mean on the set of the Deadpool films, allegations that painted Reynolds as a competitive and even bullying presence behind the scenes. This was followed by the resurfacing of the long-simmering Blake Lively-Justin Baldoni controversy, with accusations that Reynolds had actively participated in a manipulative PR campaign designed to protect his wife's image and undermine Baldoni's reputation. Suddenly, what everyone initially dismissed as isolated incidents of celebrity squabbling and creative differences now appeared to be intricately connected, forming a troubling and potentially devastating pattern of manipulative and even potentially malicious behavior. But the embers of this controversy were merely glowing, hinting at the potential for a much larger conflagration until...
I internalized that as opportunity. We had such a responsibility to this audience to deliver something and to have the opportunity to deliver something for a passionate group of people.
Yes.
As someone who is so deeply passionate myself, I was so excited about that. I would so much rather have that than people who are indifferent.
Blasé.
According to rapidly circulating reports within the tightly guarded circles of Hollywood insiders and entertainment journalists, Justin Baldoni has now dropped what are being described as new receipts, concrete and potentially explosive evidence that allegedly sheds further light on Ryan Reynolds' direct involvement in the It Ends With Us controversy, reinforcing long-held claims of a carefully orchestrated and meticulously executed effort to undermine Baldoni's reputation and control the narrative surrounding the film. While the exact nature of this newly surfaced evidence remains shrouded in secrecy and fueled by rampant speculation, the implication is undeniably clear. Baldoni purportedly possesses concrete proof, be it emails, text messages, or sworn testimonies, that directly implicates Reynolds in the alleged smear campaign, and the revelation of this evidence, should it prove to be authentic and damning, could be absolutely devastating for the actor's already precarious career. What will the implications of these receipts ultimately be? Exactly what damaging information is contained within these purported new revelations? Will it be enough to irrevocably tarnish Reynolds' reputation and ultimately cost him his role in Deadpool 3 and any future projects with Marvel?
She said, just read it, because I was looking for movies that could be commercial and speak to the human experience. And
Were you reading romance novels?
And And I had never read a romance novel.
Never?
And she said, just trust me, read it. So I read it, and by the end of the book, I couldn't even read the text on the page because I was crying so much. My wife was in bed next to me, and she's, I got snot coming out of my nose.
Now, as the firestorm surrounding Ryan Reynolds intensifies and the pressure mounts from all sides, the spotlight inevitably turns to Marvel Studios, the entertainment behemoth known for its family-friendly image, its carefully cultivated brand, and its squeaky clean roster of A-list stars. The studio, which has built its entire empire on appealing to a broad audience and maintaining a positive and aspirational image, is now facing a major and potentially crippling PR crisis, one that threatens to undermine its carefully constructed brand and alienate a significant portion of its fan base. Will Marvel, under the astute leadership of Kevin Feige, stand by Ryan Reynolds, one of their biggest and most valuable assets, the star who is poised to bring the wildly popular Deadpool franchise into the lucrative and meticulously curated world of the MCU? Or will they ultimately succumb to the mounting pressure and distance themselves from Reynolds in a desperate effort to protect their brand, maintain their family-friendly image, and avoid any further association with this increasingly messy and potentially damaging controversy? The stakes in this high-stakes game of Hollywood damage control are incredibly high, especially with the highly anticipated Deadpool 3 already on the horizon and poised to be one of the studio's biggest blockbusters. Can Marvel truly afford to be associated with this kind of potentially toxic controversy, risking alienating a significant portion of their audience and tarnishing their long-standing reputation for wholesome entertainment? Or will they be forced to make a drastic and ultimately heartbreaking decision, recasting the iconic role of Deadpool and effectively severing ties with Ryan Reynolds in order to preserve their brand and protect their bottom line? Cornered and facing the potential unraveling of his carefully constructed career, Ryan Reynolds now finds himself at a truly critical and deeply personal crossroads, forced to confront the consequences of his past actions and to make a series of high-stakes decisions that will likely determine the trajectory of his future. Does he vehemently deny the allegations leveled against him, launching an aggressive counteroffensive and attempting to discredit TJ Miller and downplay the significance of the Baldoni situation, hoping that he can effectively weather the storm by maintaining his innocence and appealing to the unwavering loyalty of his fan base? Does he offer a carefully worded and strategically crafted apology, acknowledging that he may have made mistakes in the past, expressing remorse for any harm he may have caused, and promising to do better in the future, hoping to appease his critics, regain the trust of his colleagues, and demonstrate a willingness to learn and grow from this deeply troubling experience? Or does he choose to simply retreat from the relentless glare of the public eye, disappearing from social media, canceling upcoming appearances, and hoping that the controversy will eventually blow over, allowing him to quietly rebuild his image and resume his career once the storm has passed? Each approach carries with it significant risks and potential rewards, and the wrong move could spell irreversible disaster for his career, further solidifying his image as a manipulator and a bully, and permanently damaging his standing within the industry. How is he going to approach this? Will he consult with crisis PR experts? Will he call upon friends for help? And will it work?
It's believing that people and humanity are inherently good. And they crave nutritious food in their soul, just as they do in their bodies.
Regardless of his chosen strategy, and no matter how skillfully he attempts to manage the narrative, the devastating damage to Ryan Reynolds' carefully cultivated nice guy persona may already be irreparable, a permanent stain on his reputation that he will struggle to overcome for years to come, if not for the remainder of his career. For years, he's been viewed as the witty, self-deprecating, and seemingly genuinely likable star, the kind of celebrity that fans felt they could relate to, admire, and wholeheartedly support. But now, in light of these mounting allegations and increasingly troubling revelations, that once unblemished image has been irrevocably tarnished, replaced by lingering questions of manipulation, competitiveness, bullying behavior, and a willingness to exploit others to protect his own image and advance his own agenda. Can he ever truly rebuild that shattered trust, convincing the public that he is more than just a carefully constructed persona, that there is genuine warmth, empathy, and integrity beneath the surface? Or will he forever be seen through a lens of suspicion, his every action and every public appearance scrutinized for signs of insincerity and hidden motives? Only time and a lot of hard work will ultimately tell whether he can reclaim his former glory or if he has now crossed the Rubicon, and public perception is still very much up in the air.
And being frank, if it were not for women giving me direct feedback in my own personal life and being a man who was willing to at least listen to them, there's no chance that I would be having this conversation. So the message, to answer your question, the message is very simple. As men, we need to embrace all of the parts of us that make us human. That's it.
It is.
It's
And
very simple.
The Ryan Reynolds scandal, fueled by TJ Miller's explosive accusations and the potential revelation of new damning evidence by Justin Baldoni, serves as a stark and deeply unsettling reminder of the inherent fragility of fame in the volatile age of social media, the immense power of public perception, and the often brutal and unforgiving nature of the Hollywood machine. In an industry where image is everything and carefully crafted narratives can be shattered in an instant, even the most beloved and seemingly unassailable stars can be brought down by a single misstep, a misjudged action, or a skillfully orchestrated smear campaign. The ever-unfolding story serves as a valuable and timely lesson in the importance of ethical behavior, the need for genuine accountability, and the dangers of allowing power and unchecked ambition to corrupt one's principles. Will those in the media respond appropriately and ethically, resisting the temptation to sensationalize and exploit the situation for clicks and views? Will fans take a step back from their obsessive devotion to celebrity culture, recognizing the inherent dangers of placing too much faith in carefully crafted personas? And will Ryan Reynolds, the man at the center of this swirling vortex of controversy, somehow manage to learn from this devastating experience, emerge stronger and more authentic, and find a way to use his platform for good, rather than perpetuating the very cycles of manipulation and exploitation that have brought him to this critical juncture? Only time will ultimately tell what will happen, but the world is watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.